Hey Steve, today I'm just doing an overview of this. Just about to do an overview of this Hoover Visiontech sensor system 8 kilogram array. Just an overview of today with the Hoover Visiontech sensor system 8 kilogram array, the VTV581NC. Anyway, I'm just about to do an overview of this dryer today. So as you can tell, we've got well, obviously we've got a load of whites by the way, but it's just because we got a load of whites anyway. But just because we got a load of whites, anyway. So yeah, as you can tell, this dryer is an 8 kilogram. It's a massive 8 kilogram dryer though. The dryer is obviously 8 kilogram. It's a massive 8 kilogram dryer anyway. As you can see here, that's got like a honeycomb drum. As you can see, that's got a little bit of a honeycomb drum. As you can see there. As you can see, there, it's got a honeycomb drum anyway. And also, it's got very nice steady paddles. It's got very nice steady paddles. As you can see, it's got very nice steady paddles anyway. So yeah, and also there's one there as well anyway, but that's hopping version, but it's got like a hopping version style drum to it. It's got like a hopping version drum to it anyway. So yeah, as you can tell, this dryer, as you can tell, this dryer is an 8 kilogram. It's an 8 kilogram dryer. Anyway, this is an 8 kilogram dryer. No, this is the 8 kilogram dryer. Anyway, this dryer is an 8 kilogram anyway. Yep, but it's been replaced from the Hoover VTV581NC anyway. Yep, which my aunties has still got anyway. Still got his Hoover anyway. Yep. So as you can tell, this dryer is an 8 kilogram. It's an 8 kilogram dryer anyway. Yep. But as you can tell, the dryer is very quiet though. I've got to tell the thing, the dryer is very quiet though. It's a very quiet dryer though, by the way. But yeah, it's obviously got a load of whites anyway. Just no, just because it's got a load of whites, and I just got to say it's got a load of whites anyway. Got a load of whites in the dryer anyway. And also you've got a yellow filter there as well. But I might have to clean that one in there though. You can see the inside there, there's a bit of fluff in there. Might have to clean that one in a minute anyway. And also it's got like a new style door fan around it anyway. It's got like a new style door around it, but as you can see here, that's got a Hoover badge in there as well. Because my auntie's Hoover washing machine hasn't, because his badge has to fall off anyway. So yeah, very nice door by the way, very nice popular door, but it's got like an old popular door around it as well, and it's got a very popular door it's got on it anyway. Just because it's got a very popular door anyway, but yep. And also the programs are very different. The programs are very different to it anyway. Very different to the VHV6AC. The programs are very different to the VHV6AC anyway. So yes, well, just reset the drive from it anyway. Reset the program anyway. So you got your center program there, and there's the time for drying there as well. So the first one you got there is a bone dry. So you got the bone dry there. As you can see, you got the bone dry. So the first program you got there was a bone dry. You got the bone dry, which you could dry for like. So yeah, that's the bone dry setting you got there, which you could dry for like colours and mixed colours anyway for bone dry. Because for bone dry you could dry for colours and mixed colours anyway. You can have delicates drying as well. You can have delicates dry as well. You can have delicates drying as well. You can have a delicates drying as well anyway. So yeah, you can have a delicates drying on that as well. You can have delicates drying anyway. So yeah, so you can have a delicates drying on bone dry anyway. But yeah, it only separates colours and mixed colours, and by the way, for the Hoover, because for the Hoover it separates mixed colours and colours as well anyway, yep. So yeah, that's your bone dry setting anyway. So that's your bone dry setting anyway. And then you got your extra dry as well, and then you got your extra dry setting, then you got your extra dry setting, so you got your extra dry, so the program you got there is extra dry. You've got a center program which is extra dry anyway. That's to do with drying a load of towels and whites anyway. Which is doing extra dry anyway, but that's an extra dry setting you got there anyway. That's an extra dry setting, which it dries for bedding and which obviously dries for bedding, weights and everything. It dries just what it dries for anyway. Yep. So you can have delicates drying on there as well. You can have delicates drying. So the program you can have is delicates. You can have delicates drying on there as well. You can have delicates drying on the extra dry anyway. But it's just on the extra dry. You can have anyway. So yeah, that's the extra dry setting you got there. That's the extra dry setting you got there. You got extra dry setting. It's just there. You see, that's the extra dry setting you got there. But yeah, I think the extra dry is which you could dry for whites and towels anyway. And then we've got the cover dry. So then you have the cover dry, which is probably the which that's to dry with darks. So you see for the cover dry, which has something to do with drying loaves and darks, and which that's drying the loaves and darks anyway. Which you could say, but so the cover dry you can dry for dry loaves and darks and mixed darks anyway, which you could dry for anyway. So you can have delicates on there, you can have delicates on there as well, you can have the delicates drying there as well, you can have delicate drying there as well. But as you can probably tell, you can have delicate drying as well. You can have delicate drying on the Hoover, because so yeah, for the Hoover you can have it cover dry anyway. So this way you have a cover dry setting, and that's a cover dry setting you can have on the Hoover anyway. We could dry, which is obviously dry for darks anyway. And you got your iron dry there as well, and then you got the iron dry, and then you got iron dry. Yes, that's just to do with like drying the iron and stuff anyway, to get increase anyway. But I think as the iron dry, it means we get, it's because it means to do with hand dry, which that dries a bit rubbish though. So because for the iron dry, it's the way when you dry something when you're a bit rubbish anyway. So you used to have delicates on that as well. You can have delicates on that as well. You can have delicates on that as well. You can have delicates on that as well anyway. So you can also have a delicates as well. You can have delicates drying on that as well anyway, on the iron dry anyway. And also you got with wall refresh, but that's the wall finish one you got there. That's the wall finish program you got there. That's the wall finish you got there. You got wall finish one anyway. That's the wall finish you got put on there. So on there you got a wall finish one. That's the wall finish drying you got there. That's the wall finish one anyway. But you can't have delicates drying. You can't have delicates drying, which that's not on automatic anyway, because it leaves it off automatic anyway. So you can't have delicate drying on that. So you can't have delicate option drying anyway. Yep. So you can't have delicate drying anyway. So you can't have delicate drying on the wall finish anyway. Which that's dry with like wall. I think that's to dry with like walls and wall blisters. I think it dries for anyway. That dries for wall blisters anyway. So for the wall finish means I think it's dry for like wall blisters anyway. Yep. Relax 12. I don't know what the relax 12 is though, but I think that's the 12 minute relax though anyway. And yeah, relax 12 is, I think that's to do with like which you could drive from neck cones anyway. I think it is. I think that's to do with which you could drive from neck cones anyway. Yep. When relax 12, that's what you could do 12 minute drying though. That's 12 minutes drying anyway. I just don't know what relax 12 is though, but I don't know what the program does to it, and I don't know what the drying does to the Hoover anyway. Relax 12 anyway, but I don't know what it is though. That's to do with 12 minutes or 50 minutes anyway for the Hoover. So you can't have delicates on there, you can't have delicates, you can't have delicates on there, you can't just have delicates anyway. So you can't have delicate drying on there as well, you can't have delicates drying on there as well, you can't have delicates drying anyway, you can't have delicates drying on relax 12 anyway. And you got the rapid 40 minutes. You got the rapid 40 minutes though. You got rapid 40 minute drying. So you got the rapid 40 minute drying. You got rapid 40 minute drying. So you got on there. You got the rapid 14 minutes. And you got rapid 40 minutes anyway. Which you obviously could drive. For bedding. I think it is. And I think you could drive for bedding anyway. Rapid 14. I think you could drive for bedding anyway. Or like any type of load you could drive for anyway. Well, yeah. So yeah. So you got the rapid 40 minute drying, which you could drive for bedding and all that anyway. To dry anyway, yep. Which yeah, there's something to do with special anyway. So you can't have delicate on there. You can't have delicate drying. You can't just have delicate drying on that as well anyway. So you can't have delicate drying. But yeah, you got rapid 40 minutes drying, which that takes 40 minutes anyway. Which that obviously takes 40 minutes to dry anyway. Yep. As you can tell, that takes 40 minutes to dry anyway. Yep. And also this now moving on to the time drying. Now moving on to the time drying anyway. So we're just now moving on to the time drying anyway. Yep. So so the high heat setting you got there was 1 hour 15 minutes, but you got 1 hour 50 minutes, which that increased the which you could drive for towers anyway, which that increased the time anyway. Yep. So you got 1 hour 50 minutes drying. You got 1 hour 50 minute drying. You got there. So yeah, for the time drying you can have delicates. You can have delicates on that as well. You can have delicates as it is though. As it is, you can have delicates anyway. So the 1 hour 50 minutes you can have delicates on it. You can have delicates on there as well anyway. The 1 hour 50 minutes, the 1 hour 15 minute drying anyway. Yep. So that's the high heat setting. That's to do with high heat anyway. So yeah, the 1 hour 50 minutes. That's to do with high heat anyway. That's to do with high heat anyway. Yep. And the 1 hour 20 minutes though, and you also got 1 hour 20 minutes. That's also to do with high heat as well. That's also to do with high heat as well anyway. The 1 hour 20 minutes. That's the high heat anyway. That's to do with high heat or like medium heat or something. That's to do with high heat or medium heat anyway. The 1 hour 20 minutes anyway. So you can have delicates drying there, so you can have the delicate drying as it is, you can have delicate drying anyway, so you can have delicate drying as it is anyway. So as if it's dry, you can have 20 minutes in it, so you can have a 1 hour, so as it is, so you could drive for like drive for a load of like colours and mixed colours, I think you could drive for anyway. Or like, not just a load of white towels you could drive for as well, you could drive for like less white towels anyway, or bath mat anyway. And then also we have a 90 minutes drying. Then we've got a 90 minute drying. You have the 90 minutes drying. You've got a 90 minute drying, which takes which is the 1 hour 30 minutes anyway. But yeah, the 1 hour 50 minutes. I think that's to do with so yeah, 1 hour 20 minutes is 1 hour 16 minutes anyway. And then The 1 hour 15 is 1 hour 19 anyway. It's 1 hour 90 minutes anyway. So yeah, 90 minutes. That's also to do with 1 hour 30 minutes anyway, which is do 1 hour 30 minutes high heat anyway. Yep. So that's also to do with high heat or medium heat anyway. So yeah, the fact is you can have delicate as well. You can have delicate drying as well. You can have delicate drying as well anyway. You can have delicate drying anyway. Yep. So yeah, the fact you can have is delicate drying anyway. You can have delicate drying anyway. Yep. And also you have 75 minutes drying. I don't know what the 75 minutes drying does anyway with the Hoover. I just realised you have a 75 minutes drying on that as well. Yeah, I do realise you have a 75 minutes drying as well. The 75 minutes you got on there as well. You also have a 75 minutes drying as well. 75 minutes anyway. Which that's also to do with medium heat. That's to do with medium heat. That's medium heat. That's to do with medium heat anyway. But that's to also dry for a load of darks anyway. And something like that you dry for anyway. So that's to do with medium heat. That's to do with medium heat anyway. So you can have delicate drying as well. You can have delicate drying. You can have delicate drying anyway. That's to do with which you could dry for mixed whites and whites anyway. Which you could do with 75-minute drying anyway. And also you got a 60-minute drying. Then you also have a 60-minute drying. You got a 60-minute drying. You got a 60-minute drying. But again, you can have delicates as usual. But delicates as usual anyway. Delicates, and also there's the filter sign there as well anyway. So for the 60 minutes you can have which you could dry for like, that's also to do with medium heat anyway. The 60-minute drying, that's to do with medium heat anyway. Yeah, that's to do with medium heat anyway. So the 60-minute drying, that's to do with medium heat, and that's to do with medium heat anyway. Then the 60-minute, that's to do with medium heat anyway. That's medium heat, I think that's to do with anyway. And you got the 45 minutes drying, then you have the 45 minutes drying. You got there, you got 45 minutes drying, you got there. But again, usual delicates as usual. But again, you can have delicates on there as well. You can have delicate drying on there as well anyway. So as usual, you can have is delicates anyway. You can have delicate drying on that as well anyway. You can have delicates drying anyway. But so yeah, 45 minutes you can have delicate drying anyway. Yep. And also you got a 30-minute drying. You also got a 30-minute drying as well. That's also low heat setting. That's low heat setting anyway. Yeah, the 30-minute drying is to do with low heat. That's to do with low heat setting. No, the 30-minute drying is to do with low heat anyway. But that's something to do with low heat. That is anyway. The 30-minute drying, which you could obviously take the washing out from the line though. Which you could put on the 30-minute drying anyway. Which you could do a 30-minute drying anyway. Yep, 30-minute drying anyway. So again, you can have delicates. Yeah, so again, you can have delicates anyway. And also you have your refresh drying as well, and also you have your refresh drying, which that's to do with the cool down. The refresh drying is to do with the cool down anyway. That's to do with the cool down setting anyway. Yeah, so yeah, refresh drying is to do with the cool down. So anyway, so yeah, refresh drying is which is the cool down stage anyway, which that's to do with 5-minute cool down or 10-minute cool down anyway. Yep. So refresh is to do with it's just something to do with the cool down stage, which you have like a 6-hour delay anyway. So refresh means when you do a cool down stage anyway. The refresh is it's just something to do with the cool down stage anyway. But kind of delicate is used one anyway. Kind of delicate is just used one anyway. That's also low heat anyway. The refresh is to do with low heat anyway. That's to do with low heat and the cool down stage as well anyway. I think that's this way you turn the dial though. It's just the way the beep comes on anyway when you turn the dial anyway. And also you got a delay start there as well. You also have delay start. You go from 3-hour delay, 6-hour delay, and 9-hour delay as well anyway. But yeah, that's also you could go from 3-hour delay, 6-hour delay, and 9-hour delay as well anyway. But it's the same as what the VTV581NC does anyway. But it's very different programs. But yeah, the cover drives are very different to the VTV581NC anyway. And the relaxed drivers, I think, is to do with, that's also to do with that's also very similar to the VTV581NC model as well anyway. And also got the start and pause button there as well anyway, as it is. Also that's an offset in there as well anyway. Well, yeah, but that's to do with, that's the 10-year part guarantee. This one is. This one here is to do with 10-year part guarantee anyway. Yep. But yeah, it has obviously got a load of white in there, as you can tell. But very nice old door though. But very similar to the VT914D22X. That's one. My aunties used to have the Hoover. I think my aunties used to have the Hoover VT914D22X anyway. So yeah, I think she used to have this washing machine there as well anyway. And also the fact is, you used to have the Snoozy ZWG 7160P, where that's just gone to the tip anyway. But yeah, that's the Snoozy ZWG 7160P, that which has just gone anyway. But yeah, that's been replaced over to the Samsung, but that's been hands over to the Samsung anyway. So yeah, so you used to have a Hoover washing machine there as well, and the Hoover dryer there. But yeah, the dryer has got a 10-year part guarantee anyway. And then over there, you have the Samsung washer there, the WW90K54. UW110 anyway, as you can see over there, but I haven't got Might probably do some washing with the Samsung soon anyway, and then that is, I might be able to do drawings with the Hoover soon anyway. Yep. Okay, cheers. Bye.